Hello, everybody. It's your daily report with Angry Tim. We are now in 2025. Wishing you a great year. I'm hoping some of you will start a business this year. I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts on starting a business. Again, you know how I feel, even a little side hustle, thrifting, just getting started while you have your regular job um, is a good time to start because you never know when that job will go away or your hours might get cut. But these are just some of my thoughts. Um, some people ask, what's the difference? I want to start a business. I don't have time. I don't really want to go through all the hassle. So I'm just going to buy some cryptos. I'll put, a couple hundred, couple $1,000s in Bitcoin. And that's good. I'll just wait for that to go up. The difference between investing like in stocks or in cryptos and versus starting a business is you're not going to make, you can't buy and sell that every day to pay your bill, right? You still need money every day to, buy food, pay your rent, pay your electric bill, put gas in your car. If you're thinking of buying Bitcoin today and selling it tomorrow and you can pull out 100 and then buy some other crypto or stock and sell it again, that's like day trading, which is, it's just like gambling. Um, if you're going to be investing into crypto, my advice is just to, if you have money, you buy crypto. It's money you don't need right now or in the future. It's just extra money you just don't need, and you just park it there, and you wait for the price to go up, which it could take months, it could take years, but if you need to pay your rent at the end of the month and all your money is tied up in Bitcoin or your stocks, you should not be buying crypto. So starting a side hustle is to bring in extra income, daily or every weekend. That's money you can use to pay your bills, pay your rent, put gas in your car, buy food, go out to the movies, go out for dinners. So that's why you want to start a business. It's for cash flow. You just want money and cash coming in, and it'll be flowing out to help pay your expenses. If you have extra money, yeah, you can put that money into Bitcoin and just kind of park it there until the price gets high enough where you can sell it for a decent profit. But for your daily life, you still need, it's like a job, right? You get your hourly pay or your weekly paycheck. Um, you need a side hustle to either replace that or kind of bring in extra additional income through your side hustle or side business. So that's the difference between just saying, I'll buy a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s of Bitcoin and I'm done for the year. I'm talking about starting an actual business, not just buying some stocks or buying some cryptos. Actually starting a business that'll bring in money daily or weekly, and that'll be money that you can spend towards, again, your expenses. Um, One advice, this is something I always use. I say start small and grow it until you know it. So meaning, if you're starting something new, you don't know a whole lot about it, don't go crazy, buying all this inventory, all this equipment in a business you know nothing about. For example, if you wanted to start a t-shirt business or something, you don't need to rent out a huge warehouse, buy, the fanciest, spend thousands of dollars on t-shirt making equipment, screen printing equipment, dryers, silk screens, and buying all, these blanks, of shirts and hoodies and things that you're going to be printing, um, and spending 10, 15, $20,000, because you have an idea for a t-shirt brand. Maybe you want to start like a surf brand t-shirt company or something, and you want to sell it down by the beach. Um, don't just put all your money into something that you don't know anything about, especially if you're brand new to this. Start small. There's ways you can start a t-shirt business. You don't have to buy the big fancy equipment. You can buy a little heat press for like 150 to $200 on Amazon. And with this, you can sublimate shirts. You can print vinyl, make your shirts. There are some companies out there where you can send them your graphics, logo, design, and they'll send you back basically like a pre-printed blank sheet that you can stick onto your shirts, your hoodies. So you don't need to make all of that yourself. They'll make it for you and send you like these like it's almost like a sticker, right? You just press it onto your shirts or hoodies and you got your design there. It costs a little more than doing it yourself, but it's a lot cheaper than buying all that equipment. And you can start small. You can buy, shirts by the dozen. You can print your own little sublimation blanks or vinyl yourself, and you can make a bunch of different designs. You can do this in your garage or a spare bedroom. So that's what I mean when I say start small and then grow it as you know. As you know what designs are popular, what types of shirts are popular, the popular colors, the sizes. Then you can expand the line, make sweaters, make hoodies, make jackets, whatever you want. But start small and then grow it as you know it. You learn about the business. That's something I often use when I start something new. I just kind of get my feet wet, uh, and you try a bunch of little things and see what works, what doesn't work, and then as you start to filter out the things that don't work, you can put more money and time into the things that are working and start to grow that area, and then cut off the other areas that aren't working so well. Again, if you can't make a profit with $100 worth of product, um, you're probably not going to make a profit having $10,000 worth of product. So first, try and make your profit with $100 or $500. Make those shirts. See if you can sell them, at a profit. Maybe it costs you $5, $7 to make. See if you can sell it for $10, $15, $20, $25, and just keep repeating. Work on different designs until you can get something that's selling and consistently making a product. And then you can order, larger quantities for bulk discounts. You can buy better equipment. But in the beginning, you don't need all that fancy stuff. Just put your designs, whatever you want to do on the shirt, and see how they sell. See if there's a market, if there's a need for your design, your shirts, your hoodies. Another piece of advice is when starting out, as much as possible, try and do something you can just work without having to get a bunch of licenses and registrations. If you want to start collecting credit cards, you have to file this, file that. You have to get your EIN number, your employee tax ID number. You have to have a business account. You have to have all these licenses and insurance and permits and different things like that. If you're just going to sell like at the local swap meet or a farmer's market, sometimes you can get away with just a business license or a tax ID, but you don't need a whole lot of other things that might be required. You don't need a credit card machine, just do cash only, just to get started and see how your shirts, or I'm just going to use shirts for the example today, and see how your shirts are selling. Some people make the mistake, they want to hire an attorney and do all these crazy things, make a big corporation, get all these insurance, and they open up their bank account, they sign contracts with the credit card companies, and they spend all the hundreds, thousands of dollars before they sell a single t-shirt to figure out that they're not really good at selling t-shirts. So all of that was just a waste of time and money. Just get out there, start selling it, whatever minimum legal requirements you need to get to a swap meet, farmer's market. Just get those bare minimum, whatever paperwork done, and then just start selling and see how you do. Figure out how much it costs to make it. You're not buying it in big bulks, so you're paying a little bit, more per shirt. But just get your designs out there. See if you can sell it for $15, $20 a shirt. Try different colors, try different designs, and just do that, and then grow it as you know it. But don't have too much money locked up in all that legal fees and other things like that. And if you can, just go cash in the beginning, and you don't have to deal with credit cards and all that other stuff. Another one is you might not be prepared for this, but say goodbye to your social life. A lot of times when you're starting a business, especially if you have a full-time job, it's going to take up all your time. You're going to have to, for example, if you're doing t-shirts, there's a lot of trial and error. You're going to be, trying to make designs, printing them. It might come out faded. It comes out blurred. You're going to have to just trial and error until you get the design the way you want it. You're going to be spending a lot of weekends, late nights, working on your business. You'll be on YouTube, trying to learn all the tricks and tips how to make things work better. learning all the new equipment. So you might not have much of a social life, and that's just part of the deal. If you don't wanna give up your social life and you wanna go out with your friends every night, go watch sports, go to the bars, and on the weekends, again, going out with friends and stuff like that, you may not have enough time. You've got to put the time in, or it's just not going to work. So you'll have to make a sacrifice there, and most likely, you'll be giving up a lot of your social life in order to get this going. Hopefully, once you get everything going, you can return back to your regular social life, but maybe not. If you're continually improving what you're doing, you may not have time to just be going out to the sports bar or, hanging out at bars after work with your friends. Another piece of advice, I talked about this before, is keep it a secret. Don't tell your family, don't tell your friends what you're doing. Just do this quietly on the side, on your days off after work. Don't let them know you're at the farmers market this Sunday. Don't let them know you're at like a craft show, a holiday craft show, or you're selling your shirts on eBay or Amazon or Etsy or something like that. Don't let anyone know what you're doing. You don't need their criticism. Um, just you're still testing the waters. You're getting different products out there. It's not like a final design, right? You're doing all kinds of different things. You're doing different prices, different colors, trying to see what sells best, what's profitable, what works for you, what's easy for you to do with your equipment. So you don't need to tell everyone, oh, I'm a t-shirt, I'm making surf shirts, because maybe the surf shirts don't work out. And then you throw in a couple puppy shirts, for example, and the animal shirts do a lot better, the dogs and the cats. So, at one point you may abandon the whole surf wear design branding and go with just cute animals and pets and stuff like that. So who knows? But if you tell everyone, hey, I'm starting my own surf brand T-shirt, and you change it later, they're going to be like, oh, what happened? I thought you're starting a surf shop or a surf brand, and they might give you a hard time about that. So you're going to be going through a lot of different changes. You may end up making shirts that you weren't initially thinking you're going to sell. Maybe you want it to be more trendy and sell, to the surfer crowd, but it ends up your market are pet lovers. So, but if they're buying your shirt, you got your niche, and they're paying 20, 25 bucks a shirt that you can make for $7, well, keep making them. All right. If no one wants to buy your surf shirt because it's just too competitive, then by all means, sell the shirts to the pet lovers. So you'll have to adjust and adapt. Okay, don't just think that that's your one thing. I'm going to be a surf shirt company and nothing else. It may change again, and you got to try different things until you figure out where your market, where your customers are, and just keep, and cut off the things not making money. And if it's the pet stuff, we'll start expanding and working more on the pet, animal shirt, and go from there. Another piece of advice is it'll probably take longer. It'll be a lot harder. It'll probably be less profitable in the beginning than you initially planned. Maybe you're thinking I'm going to sell, 20 shirts a day at 20 bucks. I'll make $400 a day, and I'll do that Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the market. You might not get there that quickly. It might take a while till you figure out the shirts that sell best and you build up your clientele. Sorry about that. So it may take a little while to build up to that 20 shirt a day. You may be stuck at 5, 10 shirts a day when you're selling at the market, and that may be weeks or months. So things will probably take longer, be harder, and be less profitable than you originally thought, and that's perfectly normal. But you just keep going. You figure out what's working, what's not working. Again, if you're trying to sell your surf shirts, you bring 50 surf shirts to the market, you bring 50 animal shirts to the market, and you go home with 49 surf shirts, and you go home with 5 animal shirts, right? You're going to have to just cut down or maybe even cancel the whole surf shirt branding and focus on more animals and pets and things like that, because obviously that's what the customers want. Um, Another thing, don't keep beating a dead horse. So if this business isn't taking off and making a profit fairly quickly, just walk away and move on to something else. So if you're doing the shirts, you bring in the animal shirts, you're bringing the surf shirt, you're going with 50 shirts of the animal prints, you're going 50 shirts with the surf shirt, and you're coming home with 50 shirts of each, and then you're trying other shirts, maybe some funny quotes, maybe some other anime or whatever. You're just trying all these different designs, you're bringing it to the market, and you're coming home not selling a single t-shirt. Okay, so maybe t-shirts is not the thing for you. So um, that might be a good time to just abandon the shirt idea and work on something else. Don't just keep wasting your time and money if for whatever reason you're just not good at making t-shirt designs. You might be good at making mug designs, or hats, but maybe whatever it is with the t-shirts is just not something people want to buy. So you need to recognize quickly if your idea is not working at all, and don't just keep wasting time and money going to the market and printing more and more shirts that no one wants to buy. At some point, you'll just have to abandon it completely, sell off your equipment, sell off the remaining shirts, take that money and put it into something else. Maybe buy a mug press and try mugs or hats, and take that to the market and see if that sells. But if you're coming home not selling anything over and over again, and you keep trying different designs, different colors, probably should just move on to a whole nother business idea. Not give up on business, try a different idea. So you got to remember, you always got to you need to serve the needs of the customer, right? If you are not serving the needs of your customers, then there will be no profit and there will be no business. Don't just do what you want to do because you like it. You got to do what people want to buy. Okay, so just because you like surfing and you like all these cool surf brands out there and you want to make your own surf brand and make shirts, that's not, maybe you're an artist and there's a lot of starving artists there, but this is a business. You got to make a profit. So if you keep bringing your surf designs, your whatever surf designs you have, it's just not appealing maybe to people, or your price is wrong. But if they're not selling and you can't sell it for a profit, if it costs you $7 and you can't sell it for $8 or $9, then and you've tried other designs too, or if you haven't tried other designs, definitely try other things than just your surf brand, design. So don't beat a dead horse. Just if it's dead, move on. Either go into a whole different thing, like I said, do mugs, do something else, but maybe just get out of the t-shirt business and sell off whatever you can, so you can invest that money into something else. Okay, so they say 9 out of 10 businesses fail. So that shouldn't discourage you, because what it means is you're going to have to try at least 9 times, right, till you get that one. You may hit it earlier, but you're probably going to come up with 9 different business ideas that don't work until you find one that really starts to make a profit. So the sooner you can get through those 9 failures, the better. You may hit it on your first one, you may hit the home run, it may be your 4th one or 5th one or 6th one. Sometimes it might take longer than 9, but if you're just stuck on your surf brand t-shirt and you're going to do that for 5 years, not selling anything and just pouring all your money and time into it, that's a waste, right? You should know in a couple of weeks you make, a couple hundred shirts, you take it to the market. If you're not selling anything after 3 or 4 weeks, you need to adjust, make some different designs, or just get out of the t-shirt and try something else and say, okay, that didn't work, let's move on to the next one. The sooner and quicker you can adapt and just move to different products, because just because your t-shirts sell in the beginning, the surf brand, it doesn't mean it'll keep selling forever. It may be popular for a year or two, but competition, trends, people might not like surfing, they might want, maybe it's scuba diving again. So you're going to always have to keep changing, adapting. Don't just be stuck on, I want to surf You know, that's it. It's waves and a guy surfing. I don't want to do scuba. I don't want to do bodyboarding. I don't want to do kite surfing. I don't want to do any of that. I just want a guy on a surfboard. That's my branding. You know, that might not be trendy in a year or two. So don't just be stuck on one thing and just stay there, losing money and wasting time. Just move on, because there's a lot of other failures you got to go through, right? And you're going to learn from each one. And that's why I say don't spend all your money in a huge warehouse full of surf t-shirts, because you don't know if they sell yet. So start small and then grow it as you know it. All right, so it is business owners. It's a small club, so meeting other successful business owners is a plus, but it's going to be very far and few between. You'll see other people around you. You know, they may be just beginning, they may be successful, they may be failing. You know, you don't really know, but most of them, if they're in the t-shirt business and you're in the t-shirt business, they're not really going to give you advice, right? You're going to be looked at as a competitor. So you're not going to, you know, hey, you know, what temperature do you set your heat press to, and you know, what's your press time for your shirt? It looks great. You know, they're not going to give you all, you know, well, who's your supplier? Where do you get your shirts from? You know, what printer do you use? You know, they're not going to help you with that. So unfortunately, you're going to have to probably go online, do your own research, trial and error, to figure out what works for you. The guys around you, you know, they're not going to tell you all that stuff. You're going to have to buy a whole bunch of different, you know, things, different inks and papers and printers and different types of t-shirts, till you figure out what finally works. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, and that's why I said say goodbye to your social life, because it's not going to be an easy just plug and play and here we go. There are a lot of people out there that would love to just sell you a little bundled kit and here's a little t-shirt business for 500 bucks, but not that simple. So that's my advice for you for 2025. I hope you start something. I'll have another video soon about some businesses that are, you know, easy to start, don't cost a lot of money. You don't need all this fancy permits and things like that, where you can get started relatively quickly and you know, probably do it just cash only in the beginning. So good luck. Happy 2025. You can do it, and get started failing today, because that's the only way you're going to find success is through failure. You got to start failing. Fail 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different businesses. Do it fast. Do it quickly. Don't blow all your money on each one. Don't go bankrupt doing it. Just get in there, try it out, do it. If it works, great. Keep doing it. If not, drop it. Move to something else. Do whatever you can, but get started today. Get started. Start failing. Start learning. Get experience, and that's the only way you're going to get ahead and you're going to become successful. So good luck. That's all for today. Your friend, Angry Tim.